Yo, what up? What up? Get a mic check. Had a call come in, man. Every time I try to do something, man, here we go to phone calls. It's after 5 while y'all still calling. Dang, today was a day, boy. What up? What up? My bad. Anybody that was clicked on that live earlier, I had to, like I said, I had a call come in. Had to take that call. What's going on with y'all, man? I ain't gonna be on it too long. Just trying to give y'all an update what I've been doing and what I've been dealing with. Um, it tend to be a trend with these T680s and these sensors. So we go ahead and got that out the way, nip that in the bud, get it taken care of. I should have known that when I bought them, but wasn't even thinking about it. But for people getting these Cummins with the depth system, go ahead and get the knock sensors out the way. Get the inlet and get the outlet knock sensors out the way. Just just get it out the way, because it'll save you a whole lot of time, headache, and being stuck on the road or whatever. Um, this time I started, I'm starting to get more on the mechanical side, start doing my own work. Even though I got my plug on the mechanic, sometimes, you want to do things on your own, man, and start learning. Because I learned a lot from him just by sitting there watching him take care of fixing stuff, and I kind of just watched him do kind of certain things, and also kind of mixed in with YouTube. But I did my first inlet and outlet knock sensor replacement on the Cummins ISX, and I got the OTR reset tool. Right now we're doing a park regen. It did clear the code. Now I'm just doing the regen to make sure nothing else comes back. And so far so good. So far so good. Didn't think that now when I went to otrperformance.com, I just got the reset tool. I didn't get what is it, diagnostic tool, which I probably would get though still. But most of the time I've been reading fault codes off my ELD. Now I know a lot of people can't do that, especially if you're not your own carrier. But I want to get a little bit more accurate. And not to say the ELD is not accurate, but I think that OTR diagnostic tool does a little bit more in depth, because that ELD one gives you like, it'll tell you certain things and it's constant, intermediate, and stuff like that. But I think that OTR diagnostic tool will get you like a real in-depth code. Um, you say what up, T Hill? Victory lap. Um, Today radio Sunday. Today clutch fan busted loose now. Radio. Okay, yeah. I'm trying to learn as much as possible, man. I'm trying to start doing more. I started. Well, it just kind of happened. I started just doing more and more of my own work on the truck. YouTube University is one hell of a drug, man. I mean, you could literally learn everything off YouTube. Like that's what I did. Um, you can see live data. You can cut things off and unless you know how to use it. I got a Mac code flex. Okay, I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna look into that Mac code flex. But yeah, I'm learning. I'm learning too, man. Like I said, I'm still learning. You know, um, it's kind of like plug and play. Now I had a hard time. I'm gonna tell you about these inlet and outlet sensors. Like I said, I've been here. I've been outside since 10 o'clock this morning, and I just wrapped this up probably about 30 minutes ago. Let me tell you about these knock sensors. Now the outlet knock sensor was easy, but the inlet, the one that's right behind the turbo, you gotta have small hands to get that joint. And I got, what I'm saying, I guess medium, large size hands. Like that joint was hard. I had to go back and forth to Lowe's to get certain tools that I didn't have. I also had to get one of them breaker tools too that I didn't have. I don't have my toolbox because it's on my other truck with somebody using my truck right now. But man, that joint was tough. Them little bolts all the way down there behind the frame and all that, getting your hands between there, and then you gotta like inch it one at a time, inch it, inch it, inch it, man. It just took time, man. But we finally got it done. And then also I bought my parts from Kenworth, and initially it went for like $1,800 and some change. When I went there, they took off like 100 and some dollars, so it came to like $1,700 and some change or whatever. But what I also did was, once I took the old parts off the cores, I took it back, and I talked about this in the video before about taking cores back with the brakes. The same thing with the sensors. I took them back and I got, it was 221 per core, so I got back like 400 and something dollars back. So it got back to my card or whatever. So initially, really, I bought, I got it for what, 70, 1650, $1,300 some change, something like that, $1,400. So um also about the sensors too, there's a yellow piece. There's a yellow piece on these parts, these Packard parts. There's a yellow piece that connects from the sensor to the connector. I broke the connector. Well, not the connector, but I broke the yellow piece, the little thing that slides in, that locks it in. So I broke the piece. So I had to go to Cummins. I called Cummins. I mean, not Cummins. I called Kenworth up to get to see if I can get that piece if it's sold separately. They didn't sell it separately, so they said I had to buy the whole connector without the wires. And I was like, how much is the connector without the wires? It was like $5. So I said, let me get two of them. So I ended up getting two connectors, and what I did was I just popped it off. I asked the dude at the Kenworth, how do you break it off? Because I didn't want to break it again. He said just pull it. He said just pull it off. So I ended up pulling the yellow piece off and putting it on my old one. I'm trying to see if I still got it. Let me see. Let me see if I still got that connector. Like I said, I'm still waiting here, wait for this thing to regen. Like I said, I was gonna do a pre-recorded video, but I ain't had time to chop it up. Y'all been waiting all day to put that video. Well, here go the yellow piece right here. The goddamn thing broke off, so I ended up buying a Oh, here it go right here. So here go the new connector I bought. So there was a yellow piece in here, like right there. So what I did was, he told me just pull it off and put it on my old one. So that's what I did. I don't need this though, but I'll keep it just in case. Um, like them Packard parts are real cheap, and they break real easily. So um, that's what I did. Like I said, I've been out here since 10 o'clock this morning messing around with this thing, man. But we got it done. So I'm trying to get so far so good with the reset tool. Everything cleared. Because I had an SCR. It was like it said SCR something, whatever it said, SCR code popped up. And then what I did was I used my ELD to see what was the codes. So all the codes kept on popping up. It said knock sensor one, which is the inlet. And then another thing popped up was um the outlet. So I said, man, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and place them both. You know, it said one said outlet, one said, um knock sensor one, which is the inlet. So replaced them both, got rid of it, done deal. But yeah, most definitely when y'all get a Kenworth or a Cummins ISX, just go ahead and replace the inlet, outlet, knock sensor. Those are the main things that blow out for whatever reason. Um, but so far so good, man. Like I said, you never know unless you try. You don't want to keep giving money to the people. And even though I got a good mechanic, or whatever, but I don't got time to keep going back and forth to him. Sometimes I want to save a little bit of money, as much as possible, and do the work yourself. You know, so definitely start doing that. And I'm gonna start doing more videos on some work I do on some of this stuff. Um, I did the coolant already, which is the coolant reservoir is pretty easy. All you doing, well, the coolant sensor, I mean, all you doing is popping the thing out and put a new one in. But my thing was messed up because the harness was messed up. So the harness had a splice in it. So what I did was with that one, even though I replaced the coolest sensor, I had to go to Napa, because Kenworth, once again, Kenworth, they sold the they sold the connector without the wires. So I didn't know how to rewire it and all that. So I was calling around O'Reilly's, Advanced Auto Parts, and Napa had it. So all I did was take the old one and took it to Napa, and I matched it with connector they had available. And all I did was, only thing was different was the wires, was the green and white wires. All I did was flip them and connected it, and everything worked. Um, like I said, I'm not no scientist or no math tech or nothing like that, or a diesel tech or nothing like that, man. I just kind of flipped the wires and it made it, and I made it work. You know, the code went away. That's all that matters really. So that's what I did on the truck so far for the new Kenworths. Um, Everything else is running good though, as far as the truck. It was just this constant issue with that knock sensor, so we had to get it replaced. And of course, with these Kenworths and Cummins, you can't, for whatever reason, you can't do regens. You can never do a park regen or a manual regen for whatever reason. I don't know what the deal is. So I already saved me a whole bunch of money by having that reset tool, because now I can do forced regens. Um, I don't know what that's about. If anybody else had experience not being able to do manual regens, let me know. Use a long extension with a swivel sometimes helps. What up, S125? Safety clip, yeah. Them things break, man. Even when I bought the new one, it felt a little bit more sturdy. But whatever one they had on there, because I was using a joint to prop it open because it was so stuck and it had so much grease on it or whatever, it just popped. And I didn't feel comfortable putting a zip tie. I wanted to do it correctly. So that's how I went to Kenworth to see if they had it separately, but they didn't have it separately. So I ended up getting the whole connector. But like I said, it was only $5 a piece. How much are those sensors? Uh, I end up paying. Hold on, I still got the receipt right here. Let me see if y'all can see this joint. All right, here you go right here. There you go. 1742. Like I said, it was like 1800 some change, but he gave me like $100 off or something like that. He did some type of discount. But as you can see, I got the knock sensors, and you see the cores was 221 a piece. So that's what I ended up doing, taking them off. I returned the cores, and I got back. Let me show y'all. Let's see where that core at. Here go the credit right here. Got 468 back for returning the cores. So that's what I did, man. That's what I did. So I saved me a little bit of money. Because I almost got to a point, man, when I almost cut them wires off. Let me show you else what I got. Let me see. Let me show you what I had to use to get the sensors off. Something you're gonna have to buy. So I went through a couple of them. So initially, initially what I bought was this one, and I was having a hard time with this one. This was the first one I bought with that open space like that, and then I bought this one, but it broke. That joint snapped off. So I was like, damn. So so I went ahead and bought another one. The one I really was looking for, I finally found it. Let me see. So this is the one I was looking for. You see how the hole is a little bit closed in. So once I put this bad boy on there, and then I had to find my long joint, the breaker joint. You definitely gonna need this. You put this with this, That thing coming off. And also what I did was I had to heat up the nut. So I ended up buying one of these torches. From Wal I got this from Walmart. I think I paid about I think this was about 50 bucks from Walmart. Get you one of these to heat up one of them nuts, put that wrench on there, I mean that socket on there, and get going. Now once you got that off, now the hard part is getting them nuts off. That's right there behind the turbo. Because the frame is right there, and you got to put your hands in there. See, my hands kind of big. You got small hands, you be good. So I got one of definitely get you one of these. You're gonna need this. You definitely gonna need this because if you don't, you're gonna be using this. You're gonna be there all day long with this thing. Get you one of them little ratchets to get in between them that frame and all that. Save you a whole lot of time. Um, I'm trying to see what else I had. I was playing around with this too. But be careful because once you start spraying this and using that torch, you can start a fire. Uh, so be careful with that. See what y'all talking about. Yeah, it's just logic. If you can pay, if you understand, if you can pay attention to detail, most of the stuff you could do on the truck yourself. That's facts. If you're very good at paying attention to detail, like YouTube or whatever, you can do most of the stuff on the truck yourself. Now, some stuff is way out of my range. But stuff like that, why not? Why not? What's up, Ghost Town Bullies? Paper City, good look showing Mario. Yeah, Mario, good people's man. He going through it, but I know Mario, man. He gonna shake back. You know what I'm saying? That stuff right there, man. He going through it, man. That joint, it's a lot, man. Like it's a lot. This stuff ain't easy, and this stuff ain't cheap. You know, this stuff costs a lot of money. No weirdos allowed. What up? I was a tech for 12 years when working on exhaust system. Tried to use PB Blaster helps you heat the engine up. Just yeah, I went to the route of heating up the engine and doing it like that. But I don't. I think what it was, I didn't wait long enough. You know, because I was trying to do so much and get the truck back running, and I didn't wait long enough. But as soon as I got that torch, it changed the game. I put that torch on that nut for about 5 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes, and then I put that wrench on in that socket. It was over. That joint came right on off. That joint came right on off. Try a quick wrench. Yeah, I saw the. I went to Northern Tools. They had the wrench, but I didn't want to use the wrench. I don't know. It was just something funny about it, you know. But I do gotta. And when y'all want to take them sensors off. Yeah, I'm dirty, man. I've been working. Y'all want to take them. Y'all want to take them sensors off. This is a 7/8. Yeah, 7/8 socket. Get you one of these. If you don't have one, get one anyways. Get this and just keep it because you're gonna need it. I do have a let me see. I got so much crazy stuff in here. Also get you some zip ties too. I had to use these to zip tie back. There's another method too. Now if you having an issue, now if you don't got that socket and you end up getting one of these, you could put electrical tape. Put electrical tape on the flat side. I'm gonna show y'all. So if you put electrical tape on the flat side, you can put maybe one, two, three on the flat side. They'll give you a little bit more grip on that nut. That's another method. I didn't have to go that route though because it came off. I'm trying to figure out where's my wrench at. So you can use a 7/8 or a 22 millimeter. Oh, here it go right here. Now this helped out a little bit, but not as much. It helped out a little bit, not as much though. But like I said, once I put this combo together right here, it was over. It was over. I think it started reaching. That design sometimes break when you get a pull on it. Yeah, man. I was just, I was just trying different things, man. I was so determined to get this project done, and I got it done, man. I had to buy a couple things, but it still was cheaper. I say if you took this to the dealer for this issue, you would have been probably paying about 3, 4 grand. Let's be honest, you know. But I was so determined to learn how to do it myself, and it worked out. So it finally finished regenning. All codes gone. The exhaust light still on because it's hot, but the codes is gone. We don't got no more codes. Let's go with my tool right here. That's my reset tool right here. It's plugged up. I had to read the owner's manual to see how this thing worked. Hey, 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 that Jane worked, man. It worked. It worked. All codes gone. So I'm gonna test drive it. I'm gonna test drive it probably about once I get off this live, cause I gotta go pick up my one of my trailers and make sure everything's everything. 4K at the dealership, yeah. You'd have been paying a hell of money just for them sensors. So was it easy to get to when you were when you went to? Nah, it wasn't easy. Let me show y'all. Let me show you, man. Now the outlet, the one by the exhaust, now that was easy. That was right there. I just had to take off the side skirts. So the outlet, it's hot back there right now. I'm not going back there, but the outlet is behind the is on the exhaust. So I had to take off the skirt. You take off the skirt, take this off right here, and that's where your outlet knock sensor is. Now, you might not be able to hear me, but that's the end. That's what I had to replace right here. You see how the zip tie it back up, put it with everything. You see back there, you might not be able to see it, but it's hot as hell right there. It's hot as hell right there. But it just got finished doing the regen. But it's two bolts down there behind the frame that took me hella time. I'm talking about I don't know. I think that joke took me about 2, 3 hours. Bruh, holding your hand up like this, arms getting tired, fingers getting crushed. But hey, we got it done. Like I had to inch it, and it was so stubborn. Put some WD-40 down there, and started to loosen up a little bit, and then eventually I was able to get the ratchet on there and start cranking it. But as a first time doing something like that, yeah, it's gonna take you time because you don't know what you're doing. You kind of I won't say winging it, but you're trying to learn. But if I had to do it again, I would already know how to do it. It'd probably take less time, but it worked out. Yeah, there you go, Paper City Kings. Yeah. So when I gotta do it again, I already know what to do. Yeah. See, I ain't had my truck, all my tools on the truck, so I end up buying some parts I already had, and I had to buy them again. You know, only thing really I didn't have that torch, and I had a breaker bar, and I had a ratchet, and I had that little toolbox too with the little ratchet. So I had that on the other truck. But hey, man, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm trying to get this truck back rolling. Nah, I couldn't get it from the bottom of the truck. My hand's too big. I could get the bottom bolt. So the way it works, I only had the old one. So there's a bolt at the bottom and there's another bolt at the top diagonal. So I had to get the bottom bolt. I can get the bottom bolt from underneath, but I couldn't get the top one from underneath. I had to get the top one from the top, and it was just a pain. It was a pain, man. And then you had the filter right there. So if you look at it, I didn't want to take that off. So if you look at it, you got that blocking it. You see that hole right there? Yeah, that ain't easy. Putting your hands to that little hole, that joint tough, man. But like I said, the outlet was easy. It's sitting right there. It's sitting right. Somebody called in. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Oh, let me show y'all something else that I put on too on the trucks. Y'all can hear me? Somebody called in. I don't know if the live went away or whatever. Oh, okay, okay. I'm gonna show y'all what else I added on to the truck. Now, some of you guys might know what this is right here. Two-prong socket. So this is custom made right here. This custom bracket, everything custom made. The only thing I don't like about it is the way they did the red wire. Like they should have put like a black coil around it, but they didn't. But I might end up doing it myself. But I end up putting this on, getting this installed because, and that's my electrical cord right there. But I end up getting this installed because because I do flowers. So when I do flowers, the power only flowers, it's lift gates. So he needs the lift gate to get charged up. Let me show y'all something else. I think I missed something on there too. This right here, I had to get that put on too, the circuit breaker. So I bought that from Advanced Auto Parts, real cheap. You know, um, you can get you one of those. If you start doing stuff like with lift gates, Trails got lift gates to keep the lift gate charged. And sometimes if the lift gate dies, you hit that circuit breaker. Just something different we do over here other than reefer. So we also do power only with the flowers. I got a customer with that, and that's what we do with that. So I got that hooked up on the blue truck. I got that hooked up on my truck too. And then I got another little secret I got y'all. I'm gonna do for y'all later, but I'm gonna let y'all know probably in a couple of days about that. Y'all gonna be like, what the hell this man got going on? Well, I'll drop that information later on this week once I get everything wrapped up. But yeah, also I'm gonna tell y'all I'm a game changer too. If you get this, you can get this hooked up right here, this two-prong socket on your reefer. Oh, you can get this hooked up on your reefer. So say like your alternator ready to die. If you got that hooked up on your reefer, you can plug up the coil to that socket, and it'll keep the alternator recharged. That's a little loophole too. So 'cause there's been a situation where I was at Walmart one time and my alternator was ready to die, and I wish I had that. If you can hook that up to the reefer and you can keep the alternator charged. If your alternator is going bad, it's temporary fix. Um, Good loophole. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Let me see if it's on here though. Okay, here it go right here. So this is the cord right here. Same thing. So it got this. It got the one hole. The one hole goes to the trailer, and then this right here goes to the truck. The two holes. So you can get this. I got this for like $100 something dollars. This right here from I got this one from Great Dane for $100 something dollars. So you start getting into doing power only with lift gates, invest in one, get it hooked up. Um, but yeah, we finished the regen. Everything looked good. Okay, no codes. Look at that. 557,000 miles on it. 35,000. You know what I'm talking about? No codes. Everything reset. We good to go. We gonna ride. We gonna take this little ride. I'm gonna go up the street, go get this trailer, bring it back, make sure nothing's popping up. You know what I'm talking about? Hey man, do it yourself. Game changer. Let me see. Reset tool plugged up. Come with this little case right here, the nice little case. Give you instructions. This is what I got. 2008 to 2020 Cummins. Cause I got a 2016 and game changer. Let me go ahead and take this thing off. Uh, yes, sir. Now I'm gonna tell you one thing. This is where I messed up at. So knock sensors. So I bought these right here. I forgot I had these joints. I'm gonna tell y'all off rip. Do not get these. Do not get aftermarket knock sensors. See, I messed up on this. I paid like $200 a piece for these. It was like $400. Do not get aftermarket sensors, especially on newer trucks. These won't work. I put these on first and start blowing all kind of codes, and it couldn't like for whatever reason that Kenworth how they made these trucks, you can't put aftermarket stuff on there. So you have to get the real deal. That's why it forced me to get the real parts. You know, like I said, I didn't know that. I thought, I thought I can do that because I did it before on my truck. But apparently on these newer trucks, you can't do that. So yeah, I lost $400 or whatever. But I got those off Amazon. But learn from this video. Do not get aftermarket knock sensors. You have to go to Kenworth or wherever you get your systems from. You got to get the real deal. Like I said, I don't know what they did with these trucks, and it's a scam. Like I said, I've been saying it's all a scam. Everything reverts back to the dealer. It always reverts back to the dealer. Like they don't want you going around cutting corners for whatever reason. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Learning lesson. Learning lesson. Let me see. What y'all talking about? What up, official Willis? TV trucking, you got the reset to help me understand. Yeah, that thing works. Now, only thing I gotta get. Now, only thing I do gotta get is I gotta get the OTR diagnostic joint. Now I gotta get that. Now it makes me wonder a little bit. I gotta get the diagnostic one, the one that pulls up the actual code. Cause all that thing does is resets codes. I think it does an after treatment reset and it does a force regen. I can't see the actual codes. The only way I see codes is on my ELD. So if I get the OTR diagnostic tool, I can actually see the codes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that. I think it's like $800. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that. I already say I paid $600 for that reset tool. So I already got my money's worth right there because I couldn't do force regens. Like I said, I don't understand why you can't do you can't do regens in these trucks. Like you can't do manual regens. Um, so I got the tool now. I do my own regens. It is what it is. Go ahead, cut that truck off. So everything good, everything checked out. Did a regen. We good. Let me see. Let me know if y'all got any more questions because I got to roll soon. I just want to drop that video, this quick live. Like I said, I tried to do it pre-recorded, but I didn't want to keep chopping it up. I've been here all day. We just went live with it. Inlet, outlet, knock sensor replaced by your own Cooley. Did it myself. Proud moment. Proud moment. Y'all can see, man, I got filthy, man. Yeah, we got dirty today, boy. No joke. Got dirty today. But it was all worth it. It was all worth it. Most definitely. Since it turned off, I can show y'all that joint again. Make sure. Yeah. Yeah, y'all can see. I replaced that joint right there. See, there's a bolt. There's a bolt on the far end on the top, and there's a bolt at the bottom. And then you put your hands between that filter and that little gap right there. So that joint ain't easy, man. I mean, if you got small hands, you be all right. But my hands, man, it was just tough. It was tough. But we got it done. We got it done for sure. Y'all got any more questions before I wrap this up? Nah. Damn, what the hell? I'm gonna tell y'all what I had the other day, man. My hood struts failed on my truck. I got to get that replaced too. This thing right here on my truck though, not this truck, but on my truck, this thing right here failed. That's another project I'm gonna be working on. Easy to replace. What I did was because it happened to me when I was driving the truck and I couldn't. I was getting a truck wash and I couldn't close the hood. So what I ended up doing was pulling this out right here to get back home, and also to close the hood too. So that's gonna be my next project right there is replacing this strut right here. Kenworth Peterbilt, they got it for like $100 something. I'm thinking about because the other one didn't fail, but it'd probably be smart to replace them both, so you don't have to worry about it again. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, let me go ahead and close this hood up. We're gonna test drive this truck right quick before it get dark. Go get this trailer. When the mentorship's coming real soon. I'm trying to get all these drivers straight so I can have clear some of my time. I still got 2 slots to fill. So once I get that cleared up, then I can focus on doing the mentorship. Because one thing about it is I don't want to be caught up with the trucks and trying to do the mentorship at the same time. You know, like I said, this ain't easy, man. Drivers and different things, going on. Like I said, I had a phone call this morning about the starter on the trailer going out. Luckily enough, um, I've been in a situation like that with the starter. Um, banging on it a little bit and whatever, and get it cranked up. But we eventually got it rolling. But we got to take care of that now because um, we got loads every day, consistent loads every day. So we got to keep it going. That's why I be trying to tell y'all, man, you got to stay on that maintenance. I'm trying to avoid at all costs any breakdowns that happens on the road. If I can take care of here, take care of here. I'm not trying to pay nobody outside of my area. Sometimes it happens. Like I said, what was it? Today is Tuesday. Was it yesterday? It was Friday. Driver had a blowout on the trailer tire. I had to call Loves, which I hate to do, but I got to account with Loves. So um, it is what it is. Love. You know how Loves does. The only thing they got is new or recaps. Like I'm not putting a recap on a trailer, so I'm forced to get a new. Things like that. That's why I don't. That's why I don't like Loves, man. And then you got goofies working on your truck. You got like kids, like most of them guys probably like the age of my son, damn near. So yeah, man. But yeah, let me get out of here, man. What up, Leak? My bad, man. Let me go ahead and get out of here, man. I gotta go pick up this trailer though. I'm gonna check in with y'all. Like I said, I got another big bomb I'm gonna drop. Hopefully later this week. I can share with y'all, and we gonna go from there, man. We gonna keep going. I'm gonna catch y'all later, man.